Hello students, welcome to the third session of the chapter Plant Kingdom. In the last session we have discussed about the algae, characteristics of algae, reproduction of algae, economic importance of algae and the classification of algae. In this session you are going to learn about the another group, that is the bryophytes. Bryophytes are called as the amphibians. Amphibians of the plant kingdom. So amphi anta helidre both anta houdalva. So why it is called as the amphibians of the plant kingdom? Because these bryophytes lives in soil and depend on the water for their sexual reproduction. So depends on water for the sexual reproduction. Okay, so why it is called amphibians of a plant kingdom? Because these bryophytes lives in a soil as well as depends on the water for their sexual reproduction. Soil alli kuda adar jeevana nadista irutte. So adu reproduction agbeku anta helidaga adu water alli hogi connect agi alli reproduction agutte. So ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದು live ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ it is called as an amphibians of the plant kingdom ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಈ bryophytes ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? Habitat in which the bryophytes found on the moist region, ತೇವ ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, shaded localities, damp region. So here the bryophytes will be found. Next, the organization of the plant body. Organization here is the thalloid plant body. So thalloid, you have already learnt about the thallus in the algae, houdalva? So the organization of a algae which lack true root and stem, that is called as the thallus in the algae. So here in the bryophytes it is some complicated is there, or it may be advanced in the bryophytes as compared to the algae. In the bryophytes, the thallus means the organization of a bryophyte which lack true root, true stem and the true leaves, but it will look like a true root, true stem and the true leaves. So this is the thalloid body of the bryophytes. For example, if you take, this is the structure of one of the bryophyte. Okay, so here there is a rhizoids which will look like a root, houdalva? It is a rhizoids which will look like a roots, but it is not a true root, it's just a resemblance to the roots. Okay, then these rhizoids are attached to the substratum. These rhizoids ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು substratum, that means ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ rhizoids attach ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So it is attached to the substratum by the means of a rhizoids. By the means of the rhizoids, and this rhizoids is multicellular or the unicellular. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅ ಟ್ರೂ ರೂಟ್, ಟ್ರೂ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರೂ ಲೀವ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಲುಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅ ಟ್ರೂ ರೂಟ್, ಟ್ರೂ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಟ್ರೂ ಲೀವ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ the body of the bryophytes is attached to the substratum. ಇದೇನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಆ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ನ ಟಾಪ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗೋದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬೈ ದ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅನ್ ರೈಸಾಯ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ರೈಸಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ it may be a multicellular or the unicellular. Multicellular means contains more than one cell. Unicellular means contain a single cell. Okay. Then the plant body of the bryophytes is called as the haploid. The plant body of the bryophytes is haploid. Haploid means contains a single set of chromosomes, that is the N chromosome anta heli kariteve. Okay, so this haploid will produce the gametes. Gametes na produce ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ haploid cells. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟೋಫೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತೇವೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ಓಕೆ, ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರಯೋಫೈಟ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ haploid. That means a single set of the chromosomes which will produce the gametes. Hence it is called as the gametophyte anta ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Okay, next is about the reproduction of the bryophytes. Reproduction of the bryophytes. Reproduction takes place by the multiple sex organs. So multiple sex organs. Correct agi ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇದನ್ನ. So multiple sex organs. ಯಾವುದು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ multiple sex organs? One is the antheridia. Antheridium and archegonium. So this antheridium is the male sex organ, and archegonia is the female sex organ. Okay, so the reproduction of a bryophyte takes place from the multiple sex organs. That multiple sex organ are the antheridium and the archegonium. Antheridium is the male sex organ, archegonium is the female sex organs. Okay, this antheridia will form antherozoids. Antherozoids which is biflagellated and motile. So antheridium ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? It will form a antherozoids which is biflagellated. That means it contains a 2 flagella and it is motile. ಈ archegonia ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? It will form the flask shape single egg which is non-motile. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? So this archegonia will produce the flask shape single egg which is non-motile. So ನಾವು ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, these bryophytes will depend on the water for their sexual reproduction ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, these antherozoids travel through the water. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಆಂಥೆರೋಸಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಆರ್ಕಿಗೋನಿಯಂ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? These antherozoids travel in the water and connect to the archegonium. So archegonium will connect ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು it will produce a zygote. Zygote formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That is the diploid. Once again I will repeat. The reproduction of the bryophyte takes place by the multiple sex organ, that is the antheridium and the archegonium. Antheridium is the male sex organ and archegonium is the female sex organ. This antheridium will form antherozoids, which is biflagellated and motile in nature. This archegonium will form flask-shaped single cell, which is non-motile. As it depend on the water for their sexual reproduction, these antherozoids travel through the water and connect to the archegonium. So connect again, fusion agbitte enagutte, zygote formation agutte, that is the diploid cells agutte. That means contains a two set of chromosomes. So ಈ zygote formation ಆಗಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ it will not immediately gone through the meiosis, that is the reductional division immediate ಆಗಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. It will take some time for the reductional division. So ಆಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, the zygote will produce the multicellular cell or the body that is called as the sporophyte. This zygote will not undergo a reductional division immediately. Later on, this zygote will produce the multicellular body, that is the sporophyte. Okay, this sporophyte is dependent, it is not a free living, it is dependent on the photosynthetic. ಯಾವುದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? It will depend on the photosynthetic gametophyte. ಫೋಟೋಸಿಂಥೆಟಿಕ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟೋಫೈಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನೀಡ್ ಅ ನರಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟೋಫೈಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ನರಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟೋಫೈಟ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಲೇಟರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಪೋರೋಫೈಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ spores, that is the haploid spores produce ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Produce the haploid spores. On germination it will give rise to a free living gametophyte. So germination ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು gametophyte ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. Okay, once again I will repeat this. Reproduction in the bryophytes takes place by the multiple sex organs, that is the antheridium, which is the male sex organ, archegonium, which is the female sex organ. This male sex organ will form a antherozoids, which is biflagellated and motile in nature. This archegonium will form flask-shaped single egg, which is non-motile. ಸೊ ಇದು ಆಂಫಿಬಿಯನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆಂಥೆರೋಸಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಆರ್ಕಿಗೋನಿಯಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಗ್ ಜೊತೆ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಇಂದ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ಝೈಗೋಟ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್, ದೆನ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಆನ್ this zygote will produce a multicellular organ or the multicellular body, that is the sporophyte ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. This sporophyte is not free living, it is dependent on the photosynthetic gametophyte for the nourishment. This sporophyte, it will produce the haploid spores. Diploid irodu haploid spores agi produce madbittu, then on the germination will give a free living gametophyte. Okay, this is about the reproduction of the bryophytes. Next is the economic importance of the bryophytes. Economic importance of bryophytes. It has very less economic importance. First one is the sphagnum type of a bryophyte. It will produce the peat. Peat anta helidre it is an organic material. Okay, so this sphagnum produce the peat which is used as a fuel agi use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. This peat have a capacity to hold the water. So water na hold ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ capacity ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ this peat is used as an packaging material. Packaging material for the transshipment of the living material. Sphagnum, it will produce the peat. Peat is an organic material used for the fuel, used as a fuel. Then this peat has the capacity to hold the water, so it is used for the packaging material for the transshipment of the living material. Okay, next is the mosses. It is also one of the type of the bryophytes. Later you will learn about this mosses. Mosses is used as a food for many herbivorous animals, plants, or herbivorous animals, birds or the mammals. Okay, this mosses is used as a food for herbivorous mammals, animals and the birds. Next, mosses and lichens. Mosses and the lichens are the very first organisms to colonize the barren rocks and the soils. So lichens and the mosses are the very first living organisms used to colonize the rocks and the soil. So it is suitable, colonize agirodrinda it is suitable to grow a higher plants. Higher plant na grow madlikke tumba useful agatte. So hence it has a major role in the ecological succession. Major role in the ecological succession. Next is the mosses forms dense mat on the soil. ಈಗ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸಾಯಿಲ್. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಮಾಸಸ್ ಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಬೆಳೆಯೋದ್ರಿಂದ ರೈನ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಅದು ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಎರೋಷನ್. ಸೊ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಎರೋಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ bryophytes. I will repeat again. Sphagnum, which is produced peat, which is the organic material used as a fuel, and this peat has a water holding capacity, used as a packaging material for the transshipment of the living things. Next, mosses is used as a food for the herbivorous mammals, animals and the birds. Mosses and the lichens are the very first living organisms which colonize the barren rocks and the soils. So as it undergo colonize, it will helpful to grow the higher plants. The soil will be suitable. Hence, they play important role in the ecological succession. And the last uses is the mosses. It will form a dense mat on the soil. So, it can reduce the rain droplets and as well as the soil erosion. Next is the classification of the bryophytes. So, bryophytes are majorly classified. Classification of the bryophytes. Bryophytes are majorly classified into two classes, that is the liverworts and the mosses. Okay, the first one we will learn about the liverworts. Bryophytes are classified majorly into two classes, that is liverworts and the mosses. Let us discuss about the liverworts. Liverworts, habitat of the liverworts, where it will be found? It will found on the moist region, shaded region, deep inside the wood, the bark of the tree. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಮರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಚಕ್ಕೆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಉಡ್ಡಿನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಮಾಯಿಸ್ಟ್ ರೀಜನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ತೇವ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವ, ವೆಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಆ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ liverworts ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ. Here also it is the thallus or the thalloid. That means it will lack a true root, true stem and the true leaves, but it will looks like a true root, true stem and the true leaves. Okay, so thallus like the plant body is prostrate or erect. ಸೊ prostrate ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಥಾಲಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್. ಈಗ ಇದೊಂದು ಸಾಯಿಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಹೀಗೆ, ಓಕೆನಾ. ಸೊ prostrate ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಎರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗ್ರೋ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ದ ಥಾಲಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಈಸ್ prostrate or erect. And this thallus is attached to the substratum or oppressed to the substratum. Same soil ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಥರ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ರೈಸಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಥರ ಬಂದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಟು ದ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಮ್. Then if the members of the liverworts is leafy in nature, ಲೀಫ್ ಥರ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, leafy in nature, then the stem like, not exactly true stem, it is a stem like. If the members of the liverworts is leafy in nature, on the stem like two rows of a leaves like structure are present. Once again I will repeat, if the members are leafy in nature, leaf ತರ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ on the stem like, stem ತರ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಎರಡು ರೋ leaf like a structure are present, not exactly the leaf like a structure are present. And here the thallus are dorsiventral in nature. Dorsiventral in nature, that means it can be distinguished the dorsal side as well as the ವೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಲೀವ್ಸ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ವಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಡಾರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇದು, ವೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ವಿಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಥ್ಯಾಲಸ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಾರ್ಸಿ ವೆಂಟ್ರಲ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ವಿಶ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಡಾರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ವೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ side. Okay, I will repeat again about the thalloid. The body is of a thalloid. That means it like a true root, true stem and the true leaves, but look like a true root, true stem and the true leaves. This thallus is maybe prostrate or erect. Prostrate means flat ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು, erect ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ straight ಆಗಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು. Okay, so this thalloid, if the member of the liverworts is leafy in nature, then on the stem like a structure, 2 rows of a leaf like a structure are present. Okay, stem like and the leaf like, not exactly the stem and the leaf. ಅದನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. And these thallus or the dorsiventral in nature. That means it can be distinguished between the dorsal side and the ventral side easily. Next, coming to the reproduction of the liverworts. Reproduction of liverworts. Reproduction takes place by the asexual method. Asexual method. In this asexual method takes place by the formation of the thalli. Formation of a thalli by the fragmentation method. By fragmentation method. Okay, so the reproduction takes place by the fragmentation of the thalli. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the thalli body get fragmented, that means cut ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. From there the new fragment will be germinate and gives rise to a new individual. So this is one method. Or it will takes place by the formation of a specialized structure or the specialized cell, that is the gemma. Gemma ಇದನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, so asexual reproduction takes place by the formation of the fragmentation of thalli or by the formation of the specialized structure that is called as the gemma. So ಈ gemma ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಿದು? This is green multicellular asexual bud. Okay, it is green in color, multicellular, that means it contains a more number of cells, and the asexual bud ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ, outer growth of an organisms. Okay, so this is green multicellular asexual bud which will show the small receptacle that is called as the gemma cup. Gemma cup. I will repeat again. Asexual reproduction takes place by the formation of the specialized structure that is called as the gemma. Gemma means it is green multicellular asexual bud. Okay, which will show a small receptacle that is called as the gemma cup anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so ಈ gemma cup ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಈ gemma present ಇರೋದು. For example, I will show the structure. See, this is the structure. For example, it is a Marchantia. Marchantia is the example for the liverworts. This is a structure. This is the rhizoids which will attach to the substratum, and here it is the gamma cup. Okay, small gamma cup irutte, and here it is the rhizoids or the archegonium irutte. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, which is the male or the female sex organ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. This is the gamma cup and this is the rhizoids. ಈ gamma cup ಒಳಗಡೆ gamma ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? This gamma is detached from the parent body. Parent body ಇಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ gamma? ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, and on germination it will give into a free living gametophyte ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? I will repeat again. Asexual reproduction takes place by the formation of the gamma, specialized structure. This gamma means green multicellular asexual bud, okay, which will show a small receptacle, that is the gamma cup. Inside the gamma cup, this gamma is present. Okay, this gamma ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it will detach it from the parent body. Parent body ಇಂದ detach ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು the new individual or the new gametophyte will be formed. So this is about the asexual reproduction of the bryophytes. Okay, next is the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, it will takes place in the sex organ of same or the different thalli. Sexual reproduction, it is takes place in the sex organ of the same or the different thalli. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಪೋರೋಫೈಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಪೋರೋಫೈಟ್ which consisting of sporophyte which consisting of an capsule, setae or seta and food. Okay, sporophyte consisting of capsule, seta, food. Okay, capsule is the enlarged or the bulge shape. Seta, it is also called as a stalk, and the food which is helpful for the encouragement or the attach for the substratum. So in this capsule the spores are produced. So spores ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, capsule ಒಳಗಡೆ spores produce ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and that spores is the haploid. Haploid spores is produced in the capsule, and on germination it will give into a free living gametophyte. I will repeat again. Sexual reproduction takes place by the sex organ of the same or the different thalli. Sporophyte is present. The sporophyte consisting of a capsule, seta and the food. So in the capsule the spores are produced, that is the haploid spores are produced. On germination it will give rise to a free living gametophyte. It is very easy. Okay, this is about the sexual reproduction of the bryophytes. So students, in this session we have discussed about the bryophytes, characteristics of a bryophytes, that is the habitat, organization of the bryophytes. Then reproduction of the bryophytes. It will take place through the multiple sex organ, that is antheridium and the archegonium. Okay. Next, economic importance of the bryophytes. Later on we have learned about the classification of the bryophytes, that is the liverworts and the mosses. About liverworts you have learned the organization of the liverworts and the habitat of the liverworts, then the reproduction of the liverworts. Reproduction takes place by the sexual method as well as the asexual method. Asexual method is by the formation of the asexual reproduction is by the formation of the fragmentation of the thalli or by the specialized structure, that is the gemma. And the sexual reproduction takes place by the sex organs of the same or the different thalli. In the next class you are going to discuss about the mosses. Okay, thank you.